And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races here at Laurel Park, sponsored by Fidelity First. Glad you're with us here. We hope to see our good friend Dan Eubanks from Fidelity First out here for a nice live racing afternoon here at Laurel Park. 10 races, 6 races on the grass. Glad you're with us. Stan Salter, Keith Fusel here,
Stan.
our odds maker. You had some nice picks yesterday. You had that cold exacta with Lady Terp on top, Malcolm Franklin aboard for Timmy Keefe. It was a Tim Keefe 1-2 exacta. Then you nailed the late double yesterday.
Yeah,
nice
that
job.
paid well, $116 earlier during the squirrel attack. Well, we kind of was right around that. Our top 4 picks ran 1, 2, 3, 4, and a nice payout there in race 2 yesterday. And we thought we had a vulnerable favorite, so that was good. Cotton Eye Gem at 30-1 to blow things up. But I see no squirrels today, Stan. I think we're going to be safe. Somebody brought out the repellent.
Maybe the squirrels are good luck. Right? You had a good day? Well, we'll see. All right, lots to get to here. 10 live races. Let's tell you what's going on this week in the Fantasy Football Pick 7 contest. We debuted it last week. There's $2,500 in that pool for the Fantasy Football. You can come right here to Laurel Park and bet Fantasy Football. Last Sunday, it was 4 out of 7, paid a little over $800. So it's essentially, it's like a Pick 7. You pick a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and a defense. There's our buddy behind us right now. He's excited about the fantasy football. So I'm going to jump on in. You can enter this today. You have to get in before the 1 o'clock games tomorrow. You go up to the second floor sports bar up there. You buy a racing program or a form, and you get your free entry voucher.
Yeah, that's a good little contest. It's tough. I mean, maybe I was talking to Action Andy yesterday up in the press box about that. He already got his voucher and is ready to go ahead and play today. Maybe the angle is to key a couple positions that you really like, and then work a couple extra tickets from there to try to get it. But a good bet. I like it. It's fun, and obviously it's very cheap and expensive, and a good chance to win a healthy payout.
And you can watch all the NFL games on Sunday. We have the NFL ticket up there at the new sports bar on the second floor of the clubhouse. Awesome area up there to hang out. Sunday brunch for you as well here on Sunday. So hope you're here today and plan on coming out here tomorrow for Sunday Fun Day. The Giving Tree is coming up. It's that time of year, Keith. The Giving Tree is coming up here at Laurel Park Saturday, December 10th. A $10,000 Giving Tree and calendar giveaway as we get ready for the Christmas season.
I love it. That's great. Always in the giving frame of mind around here at Laurel Park, giving out some healthy payouts. We know that through all our exotics, our multi-race gimmicks. I mean, good stuff here they're giving away. And yesterday, I've got to make a point. The crowd yesterday on track, I was shocked.
Crowd.
Yeah, I think maybe I was expecting maybe a little bit of a hangover from Thanksgiving. Everybody kind of maybe out and doing some shopping. They did a great job, whoever the marketing and stuff, the guys' day out, and it was not just guys. It was guys, girls, men, women, children, you name it. This place was packed. I was really impressed with what they've been able to accomplish in getting this live crowd. You just don't see that at racetracks anymore. It's tough, but they're doing a good job.
And we had a strong in-state handle yesterday, so that was up, and a big crowd out here Thanksgiving Day. Everybody came out to get their pumpkin apple pies, and that crowd stayed big yesterday. We hope it stays big all week, and today, tomorrow for football, we have a special Monday card of racing because last Sunday we had to cancel, so we'll make that day up this Monday. So let's get you ready for today. No carryovers in the late pick 5. They hit it yesterday, a little over almost 4,000 in the late pick 5. Yesterday is what it paid with no carryover, so always a good bet to play the pick 5s here. Both of them have an industry low 12% takeout. The early pick 5's a mandatory payout. There's carryover potential in the late pick 5. They hit the super high 5 in the last race yesterday as well for a little over 3,500. We have a little carryover in the rainbow pick 6 today, almost $400. It's a start, so jump on in here. I'll have a pick 6 ticket. I actually have a key horse later on in the pick 6 sequence today, Slip and Drive from the Mac Robertson barn. So that starts in race 5 today for our 10 race program. 6 races on the grass. If you like turf races, Laurel Park is the place to pay attention to today. It's a little overcast right now, but the sun did come out yesterday afternoon. It was a nice day yesterday afternoon. We're hoping for the same conditions today. Fast and firm will be the conditions. How do you think the turf was playing yesterday, Keith?
It's becoming more fair, is what I've noticed here over the last couple of days. So a little bit more, I don't say, honest kind of a turf course. You can kind of come almost from anywhere. Still, not super far back, head of the stretch, especially in the route races, but definitely conducive to pretty much all types of runners.
And we'll be on the bowl game and the Exceller turf courses here today. First race post time is 12:30, and hopefully we get in the upper 40s today here at Laurel Park. So Lacey Gaudette, she won a race yesterday with the Pulse, so there's now a four-way top. The trainer standings: Gary Capuano, Lacey Gaudette, Hugh McMahon, Mary Epler, all with 12 wins. Also, Javion Toledo, the leading rider, he had a nice win yesterday as well.
The Pulse, he's kind of bucked the trend a little bit on this main track. Was taken off the rail upper stretch, but man, he drew off emphatically to a big score. So Lacey's got him really right now.
Well, they claimed him for 5 a year ago.
Yeah.
They won 4 races. They lost him for 5 yesterday, so they did well with the Pulse. Let's get right to it here. In the opener, we're on the bowl game turf course 4, race 1, going a flat mile. Rails at 17 feet. This is a wide open, claiming 11,000 for filly mares 3 and up. Super high 5 here in race 1. No carryover, but we have that low 15% takeout in the super high 5. Also, race 1 kicks off the early pick 5 mandatory payout with a low 12% takeout on the pick 5. Let's take a look here at my early pick 5 ticket. I'm going to have a key horse in race 3. We'll get to that in a second. I'll go 4 deep here in the opener using the 4, 7, 8, 10 in race 1. I'll go 5 deep there in race 2. Race 3, I like a 6-1 shot. The 2, Thornton. You get the leading rider, Javion Toledo, aboard for the Hall of Famer King T. Leatherberry. This horse, I think, finds a little easier company than his last grass race 2 races ago. We'll talk about that a little later on, but I love the 2, Thornton, at 6-1 there in race 3. I'll use 2 horses in race 4, then going 3 deep there in race 5. I like a Jonathan Shepard horse coming off a long 11-month layoff. First off the claim for the Hall of Famer, Jonathan Shepard. He has him in protected for the waiver. That's the 6 Lawn Ranger there in race 5. So we'll get to that. Let's take a look here at race 1. I'm going to go with the 7 on top, Our Sweet Legacy. You get Javion Toledo aboard here, 5-2 morning line for trainer Eddie Rojas. A sharp win last out against Open 12-5 Company up there at the Meadowlands on October 16th. One going away by 2 lengths that day. Eddie Rojas ships down here, gets Toledo to take the call. I'll go with the 7, Our Sweet Legacy. Looks to be in good form right now in the barn. Eddie Rojas are 18% on the year, so an outfit that knows how to win races. I think they have a live one here with the leading rider.
Yeah, they can string races together. Good ROI over the turf course. Our Sweet Legacy had a good setup last time off of a bit of a duel. Beat Maya Elizabeth, who came down here and was bet down pretty hard, 3-1 for a similar level. I think Our Sweet Legacy sits mid-pack, as you say, can repeat that effort. It's amazing they didn't run her a little bit more on the grass. Only 2 starts, a win and a second. I think she's found her home. This is her niche, right on the grass course, going about a mile and 16. Sugarcane Girl has really liked it here at Laurel Park. She comes from a little bit further back, saying that's my biggest concern for her. She overcame a real trouble trip 2 back to win. And once again, second to the key horse, Kara's Nene, last time out. She certainly fits.
Yeah, had to come 6 wide last out with Yomar Ortiz, and Yomar stays aboard today. We won't get 10-1, 7-2 morning line, but hopefully she's not as far back last time. So 7-8 we both have for the exact. I'll throw the 10 in my top 3. Jay Bernardini, Katie Davis. They won the opener yesterday with Pride of Wilco, a $23 winner. Just draw a line to the last race here that was on the dirt. Look at the race 2 back that was against Allowance Company at Mountaineer. A nice win that day. We'll see. This is a tough open 11 spot here, but Connections did pull it off with a nice upset winner in the first yesterday.
Bernardini been like king of the mountain, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean he's really pumped that percentage up going up there to win for the year. Not as successful here, but a good one yesterday. I actually like him a little bit of a price horse with Loyalty Spirit later in the card. Stormy Salute is a price shot I'm going to use with Virgil Lynch riding well. He needs a well-timed run. That's the problem. This horse likes to flatten a little bit. He's going to have to draft over, save a little bit of ground that's going to help sustain the late run for the 9. That's my little price shot to use underneath.
All right, then you have the 3. So Royal in there. I'll throw the 4 in there as well. Unspoken. Howie Wolfendale got off the snide the other day, won a race. Now look for him right back maybe. Put back-to-back winners together. So blinkers on the 4, Unspoken there in race 1. Let's get to race 2 here. Keith has an early pick 4 that starts in race 2. We're on the main track, going 6 furlongs, claiming 10,000 for filly and mares. Never won 2 lifetime. Let's take a look here at your early pick 4 ticket.
Early pick 4 ticket. We've been right around these. Not really going for big prices, like total cost, I should say. $36 ticket, and starting out in race 2, Stan. Short field, but I think it's you know, a lot of inconsistent form in here. Horses dropping in class. I got to go 4 deep. Spread 3 deep in race number 3, leg 2 of this early pick 4. I like Thornton as well. There's Loyally Spirit at a 12-1 morning line, and Oyster Soup. We get some value along this ticket. Let's go to race 4. 2 horses deep, Big Slick and Parade of Nations. I just think they run against a little bit better. We'll go 3 deep in the last for a $36 play, the 5, 10, and 11 in race number 5.
I think you're right here. In race 2, this is a 7-horse field,
Yeah.
but it's one of those 7-horse fields where I think they all have a shot. You're the favorite, the 7 Piney Blues. I don't even have in my top 4, but I do have the horse on my early pick 5 ticket. You have to use the horse protectively. Lynch with a 4-win day here Thursday, and Benny Perkins a good outfit. But I'll go with the 5 Naray on top. I've been going with these these class droppers here. One of them's going to get home here, and this horse running second off a little brief freshening for trainer Hammy Smith. Been running against tougher starter allowance company. Big drop here today to this 10,000 2 life. Malcolm Franklin with a nice win in yesterday's feature, so he's back to his winning ways. I'll go with the 5 Naray on top here.
You really look. She's probably run against, you know, the better horses more consistently. Kind of an uncomfortable trip last time. Was between horses a long way. Got angled out and just didn't kick on late with Staff Sergeant Reckless, and Holiday Blues kind of just ran away from the field. Tough beat for Holiday Blues that day. Figures maybe to be the best late runner, I think, in here. The speed wagered scares me a little bit. I worry that I left this horse out. And the barn was tricky there a couple months ago. Was hitting at some prices. Now it's kind of cooled off a little bit. But this horse has got a pretty good turn of foot and could take the field a long way. Piney Blues gets good position. Gets the favorable position on this racetrack with a big sweeping move. Sophia Town's going to be my top pick, though, with Kieran McGee. This horse ran quick enough as a 2-year-old, not too far off of these horses. A nice freshening. The little drop, I think she can just track the pace and go on with it in here for Kieran.
Yeah, certainly was in good form last spring when she went into Kieran's barn. So coming off the layoff, some nice works over there at Pimlico, including a couple bullet works. So gets a good outside post, has some early speed. And then I like the 3. I have the 3 in my top 3 wagered with the Omar Ortiz. I remember those Mike Jones prices this past summer. Knocked me out of a couple multi-race wagers. So we'll get a big 15-1 price there on the 3 wagered. Let's turn the page here. Race 2, we get back out to the Exceller Turf Course, going 1 1/8 with the rail at 70 feet, claiming 16,000. Never won 2 lifetime, going 1 1/8. This is my price play, 6-1 here on the 2 Thornton. Let's take a look here at his last grass race. This was back on September 9th here against a tougher field. Starter allowance, 25,000 starter allowance. Was in all kind of trouble turning for home here. Finally gets through a tight seam there with Trevor McCarthy and fights, and then when the horse gets clear down there on the inside, still finishes full of run, gets up for 3rd. The winner, Daniel Ledoux, would come back to win. Got a strong 69 buyer in that race. The last race was on the dirt. Just draw a line through that race. This is a class drop today. Toledo should get a ground-saving trip from the inside.
And maybe screaming out for that extra 16th of a mile. He's been consistent in his runs. The Daniel Ledoux came back to win an allowance next time out. I do like Thornton here. Price is going to drop a little bit with the scratch of the 4 Leroy Brown. Oyster Soup is kind of going to be your pace. The race may go through him, but he had every shot to win it last time out against Bay Bridge and just couldn't get by through the stretch. But Loyally Spirit, let's go my price play again. Katie Davis, Jay Bernardini, good combo here. Went back and watched the race. Broke a little bit slow last time when it was bottled up along the inside, leaving the far turn. Not really steadying, but just clogged up a little bit. This horse had some run late. You go back to these other races in the 16 optional for 2 and like behind Bobbin and Weaving for Sarah. Those races are good enough. I think this horse can revert to that form at a good square price. I think you'll get 8, 10, 12-1 on Loyally Spirit.
Well, Connections folded off with a nice price in the opener yesterday, so I can't knock you too much there. The 3 Oyster Soup's been hanging around, beaten favorite at this level last time for Ollie Figgins, Kevin Gomez. Figures to be tough again, and we'll get 9-2 today. A decent 3rd, 2 back as well to Enough is Enough, who would come back to win on the dirt. So this horse would be one of your favorites, just beaten favored last time at this level.
Yeah, and Cold Spice off the run, just the way the barn's going. Lacey Gaudet, everything she's running is running well. This horse has got some okay turf form, way back against Cordier. Looks like a stakes place type of horse. I'm not going to leave that horse. Not going to get beaten by a trainer that's rolling about 25, 26 6%.
Sure, I'll throw the 12 Colmont Fire in there. 6-1 Malcolm Franklin aboard for Robin Graham. Second off, a little brief freshening here today. A real strong effort here at Laurel Park last July when this horse broke its maiden, then came back a decent fourth against Starter Allowance Company. Should run better today, getting back to his preferred surface on the turf. Let's turn the page here. Race 4 kicks off the middle pick 4. We're going a flat mile on the main track, claiming 15,000 for 2-year-olds. Let's take a look here. You have a video on the 5 Parade of Nations.
Yeah, Parade of Nations broke down from the inside in that sprint for 25,000 last time out. Was off a little bit of a freshening, broke a little bit slow, got caught in a little bit of a tough predicament early. And then this horse, you see, he's towards the back of the pack. He's the one that day. He comes up in between horses. He's about mid-pack, maybe about 4 off of as they head to the quarter pole. You see him in the black cap there. Has to steady a little bit briefly. But Parade of Nations, you know, I just think that inside post cost him enough in this race. He kind of drops down a little bit late. He doesn't kick on as well as I thought he would, okay, the last 16th of a mile. But I think the stretch out's going to be okay. Some interesting types. You got these Delaware horses, Stan, that are, you know, 2 of them are off of big wins going a mile, but
right.
I question the class of the horses that they've run against, and they have similar running styles. I think Parade of Nations, the good debut win against Better in June. Last time out that field was a little bit better. I'm going to use them in the mix. Big Slick is another horse I like. I know he came off the Delaware race, but he scored again, second time. Like, so he's a 2-time winner. The only 2-time winner in the race. This horse really was game last time. Was down inside angle, made another move. I think this horse is going to stretch out okay. I think he moves up 1 more notch. I'm going to key everything between the 2 and the 5 in this race. I could be wrong and miss, but I've got to take a shot against the 1 and the 6. They're going to be shorter prices.
Yeah, I guess I'm chalking it up here. The 2 looks like that he'll definitely like the added distance here. Only 2-time winner in the race, but I'll go with the 1. 2-bit Drifter on top from the Pecoraro. Born Pecoraro, 25% down here. This meet, this horse is a half to a Beer who made almost 100,000 winning some races over there across the pond. Yeah, sharp maiden win last time up there at Delaware. At least we know the horse likes the mile distance. Alex Cintron aboard today, but you probably won't get much value.
You should. I might have this horse, I think, lined a little bit too low. Everything might be a little bit tighter in here, maybe a 5-2 favorite. But Big Slick, you see, he beats Full Quest, who came back to win for 25. I say I take a shot against the 2 and the 5. I think they run against a little bit better. We'll see.
Victor Carrasco gets on the 6-game winning shot for Mark Reed, a 12-length winner last out against Maiden 12-5 up there at Delaware going a mile. So gets a live rider, Carrasco. 1-6 will be the favorites there. I like the 2 and the 5 who you have on top there. You'll get some better prices on those horses there in race 4. Let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, today's Rainbow Pick 6 starts in race 5. Late pick 5 with that low takeout starts in race 6. We'll be right back.
The all-new Laurel Park is beyond your expectations. Feel the anticipation.
This long shot coming over.
Witness the speed. Experience the thrill.
Welcome back today at the races here at Laurel Park, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter, Keith Fustel here on sun's coming out. It's going to be a nice Saturday out here at Laurel Park. We've had a big crowd the last 2 days. Everybody home for the holidays. We see a lot of local people out here, everybody all dressed up. So we hope to have another big crowd, strong handle out here today as well. Race 5 is going to kick off the Rainbow Pick 6. A little small carryover, almost $400 in the Pick 6 carryover today. Starts in race 5. Let's take a look here at my ticket. A $51.20 ticket. I'll go 4 deep here in race 5 using the 3, 5, 6, 11. My key horse best bet of the day is going to come in race 6, the 7, Slip and Drive. Alex Cintron aboard for trainer Mac Robertson. And then I'll go 4 deep there in races 7 and 8. Just going 2 deep there in race 9 or 10. Spread out a little bit more if you can. Get some partners together. Take a swing at the Pick 6. A nice race to kick things off in race 5 here. This is claiming 16,003 and up, never won 3 lifetime, going a mile in an eighth on the bowl game turf course with the rail at 17 feet. And I'm going to go with a 15-1 shot coming off of an 11-month layoff for the Hall of Famer Jonathan Shepard, and that's the 6 Lawn Ranger. This horse is was a grade 3 winner as a 2-year-old. So yeah, it was a long time ago, won the grade 3 Bourbon down there at Keeneland. So obviously the horse had a bunch of talent there. The 3-year-old year didn't go so well. You see the horse was dropped in for $5,000 back in October of 2015 at Penn National. Jonathan Shepard claimed the horse. You look up stats on Jonathan Shepard claiming horses. First off, the claim, there are none.
There are none, right.
That might be the first horse he ever claimed. So he gives the horse an 11-month layoff. You know he'll be fit coming off the layoff, training up there on Shepard's farm. Some nice works there. Andrew Wolfsont, one of Shepard's regular riders, coming down to ride. They had this horse in for the waiver claiming, protected where it can't get claimed. So I'll take a shot with the Hall of Famer bringing a grade 3 winner back off a long layoff.
Yeah, I mean, looking back, let's say we do these lines, and he could maybe get hit lower than 15. He could maybe be 8 or 10-1, and here he comes back. You say you go back, you see the Breeders' Cup, the Bourbon. God, got beat by the 3 in life race. Gets me scared, but he's obviously better on the turf.
Sure.
They found something, give him plenty of time to revamp, and tap the total a little bit on the 6. Maybe he just gets pounded. Awesome Bill's a horse I like in here. I think he's just been a victim of just poor trips. 4 wide, 3 and 4 wide, 3 and 4 wide. I think he's got the right kind of flow today to go ahead and drop to the inside. He needs to be covered up if he's going to sustain his run and get over the hump. And he and My Giant have had some good battles through the stretch. I think he gets the better of My Giant, who's just kind of a little bit hindered out there again. He's going to have to make the first move. I think the road's going to go through My Giant when they hit mid-stretch. I think, though, if Karamanos can get the 5, Austin Bill to relax down inside of horses, wait. I think he's going to have a better run, maybe a more explosive run the last 3/16 of a mile.
And it's been right there against Starter Allowance Company. This race may be a little bit easier. It's a notch easier than those starter races. I'll throw the 3 in there from the Tony Dutrow barn. Big drop here for this Tony D horse, 5-year-old son of Ghost Opera Alex Cintron aboard the race. You know, this is the race only 3 races ago, late August up there at Saratoga. That was a decent effort. 5th only beaten 4th against Allowance Company up there, 78 Buyer. His last race at Belmont, late October, wasn't too bad. This is a big drop here. The barn's doing well. Tony Dutrow, we know he knows how to win races, so he has his horse well spotted. I think they're looking for a payday, and they very well could get it. This would be one of your favorites.
Yeah, I think I got a little price shot in here. The 10 Gold Wing at 12-1 with Heavy on Toledo. Ran better. Second time in the barn, second time in the turf there for Eduardo Rojas. Tried the dirt last time, really kind of, had a little excuse with a slow start and was caught wide. Back to the preferred surface. This horse is a little bit of a price. I think this horse is okay. Be part of the underneaths, the Exactas, Tries, and Supers.
And the 11, My Giant, racking up the seconds, a money burner as of late, but always right there. Fergal Lynch, the hot rider, Kieran McGee, one of our leading trainers, just needs to get over the hump and find the winner's circle.
Yeah, he's got a little speed that was inside. Boz, my uncle, will go. Maybe Bay Bridge. We saw speed from him too back, not last time out. But My Giant, he's a tactical horse. He's just got to time it right, and can he get that last 50, 60 yards? That's been the key. Fights hard. He just comes up a little short every time.
Check getter. He's a check getter. Paying
Tries.
the bills.
Yep.
All right, race 6 kicks off the late pick 5. No carryover, but it paid almost $4,000 yesterday with no carryover. Has an industry low 12% takeout. Both the pick 5s here at Laurel Park with a low takeout. This is a nice open 7,500 going a mile and a 16th on the Exceller turf course with the rail at 70 feet. I do have a pick 5 ticket. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. $64 play. It's kind of identical to my Rainbow pick 6 ticket. But I'm going to have some more coverage here in race 10. So I'll key on slip and drive here in race 6 to start things off. 4 deep in the 7th and 8th, using the 3 and the 10 there in race 9. Then I'll go 4 deep in race 10. That's a maiden 10, 3/4 on the dirt, so you can get some prices in those kind of races every now and then. I'll go 4 deep in race 10. So low takeout on this pick 5. Let's take a look here. My best bet of the day, slip and drive. Let's take a look here from October 31st last year, 2015. I know that was a while ago. However, he's only run 4 times since then, Keith. In this race that we're going to show you, he came with a wide rally. This is against upper level, 2 other than Allowance Company. He's 13-1 this day and gets up with a grinding run, wins by a length and a half going away. So this was a very tough field. This is an old classy 8-year-old, made almost $400,000. He's a 2-time winner on the grass here at Laurel Park. After this race, he had one more race last year. Then they gave him the winter off. Brought him back at the fairgrounds last winter in a couple tough allowance races down there. He ran decent, and then he got the summer off, came back in October up there at the Meadowlands. They dropped him in for an open 12-5 race, and he ran decent. A good fourth, only beating a length and a quarter, an 83 buyer. Alex Cintron aboard today. This is a drop. This horse likes it here at Laurel. I'll go with the Slip and Drive, number 7, my best bet.
Okay, Slip and Drive. I don't have him. I've got him in the mix in 4th. Yeah, cool old horse, an 8-year-old with plenty of back class. I was just a little suspect. I went back on the formulator and looked at the horses that he ran against last time. I thought he would have beaten that field, to be honest with you, Stan. He didn't get it done, but he drops in here. He's going to be competitive again. A lot of horses that just recently don't want to follow through in this race. I'm the big man. Maybe the way this turf course has changed a little bit. You know, he hasn't really picked up his feet the last couple races, but today might be the day. A little hint last time. It's been a long time since a win, but you know, you got Intrepid Citizen, Arctic North, Slip and Drive, all similar running styles. I think they converge. Maybe Stevie Hamilton get this horse and carry him home and make the, you know, that's like say a grinding type of run, because that's how he's going to have to do it. If he can make a move, get within a couple lengths ahead of the stretch, I think he's got a shot.
Well, these guys, jockey trainer combination, 2 for 4 recently. They're this is their home team here. Hamilton for Vukovic, so should get a ground saving trip from the inside. Likes to come from way out of it. I like the tool a little bit. I'll use them in my my top 4. This is a nice race here. A bunch of nice grass races. Horses in here. The 5 Arctic North hasn't done anything wrong since shipping down here to Laurel Park. A good win in a second, and then last out at the Open 15 level, an okay 4th that day. The winner and music critic would come back to win for Lacey Gaudet, dropping back down to 7,500, where this horse is very dominant. Fergal Lynch aboard again for trainer David Canizzo. Surprised this horse hasn't been claimed down here yet.
Yeah, interesting. Kind of a little free fall from 32 to 75. A couple good races. Last time out, maybe a little bit too close to that quicker pace. Maybe he wants to be taken a little bit further back. Intrepid Citizen, I think he's going to get a good trip today as well. He likes to fight out. He's going to make his presence known through the stretch. Yeah, good little race. Street Bullet. What do you do with him coming back to the turf? An interesting move by trainer Mary Epler. This horse has only tried the turf one time by Street Sense. We've seen the Street Sense handle it. A good, respectable 4th against Double Whammy, his stablemate last time. I know he's beaten 11. Decent number. He's in pretty good form on the dirt. You look at that one race at 63, it was a long time ago on the turf. If he steps up a little bit, you know, the way the trainer's going, I mean, I don't know if you want to doubt it. An interesting move there. Maybe they were hedging, hoping some weather came up and the race came up. They're going to try this horse again on the grass. So
it'll be interesting, So if they stay in and there's no, the horse is in as of now, we saw no scratch. So if the horse is running, that is a good point. Maybe the barn thinking Street Bullet will like the turf today. They are tied for leading trainer right now. Victor Carrasco aboard. So a nice race here. Open 75, one of my favorite kind of races. A bunch of old hard knockers, and Shepherd Citizen, what a nice 6-year-old he is. He's 6 for 11 in the money here at Laurel Park. Always likes to pick up a check. Strong connections there. Jevion Toledo, Gary Capuano. So a real nice race here. And another horse that draws in off the AE, the 15, Live and Joy, draws in off the AE. Kieran McGee horse, beaten favorite at this level last time.
Sneaks in for Kieran. Might have needed that race a little bit. I thought he'd close a little bit better, a little bit stronger finish. He's going to be hanging out. He's another one, though. He's going to have to make a well-timed run. A lot of these horses, very similar running styles. That's why I take a shot. Maybe I'm the big man will be the last one making that charge and get up at a price. I got to go for a shot with a big price, and he will be 12, 15, 20 to 1.
Yep, and he'll be running late. Let's see if he can get up there with Cowboy Hamilton on him. All right, race 7, nice maiden special weight to kick off the late pick 4 on the main track, going 6 furlongs. Some well-bred 2-year-olds in here. Mike Trombetta with a powerhouse entry. The 1 Alive and the 1A Darmaster. I'll go with the 1A on top simply because I like the better outside post. The other one, Alive's buried down there on the inside. That's a tough assignment for a debut race. Let's talk about the 1A Darmaster by Bodie Meister. They paid $150,000 for this horse as a yearling at Keeneland. The dam she made over $250,000, was a stakes winner going a mile. There's some nice works up there at Fair Hill. Identical to the entry mate, Alive, and then I like how they brought the horse down here to Laurel Park, gave the horse a work here at Laurel Park as well. Trombetta's got his main man, Pimentel, aboard here. I'll go with the 1A Darmaster on top.
No doubt. Powerful entry. Tensis Punch, the mother of Darmaster, 3 for 7. All wins for her came at 2. We see the precocity there for this horse. This is a good race. Papazar, I really like the way this horse ran last time. A real dead game effort. Second time Lasix, third time Lasix a day on the right part of this racetrack in here. I think he busts right to the front. Twin Valor might set his sights. He hasn't been able to follow through. I like Papazar here.
I'm respecting him. I use him second. What Papazar are we going to get? If we get the one that his last race and the debut race here, he might win easy. I had a couple clunkers there in the middle, but hopefully they figured him out last time off that strong race. But yeah, second to O'Dyan. Now he's here in the debut, and that horse came back and now a stakes winner.
Square Shooter to stand that winner last time was the first, so they really got pounded at the windows by a barn. It really doesn't get hit that hard.
Right.
The word must have been out on Square Shooter.
All right, so the sixth, the horse to beat on paper, Papazar, I'll use that runner second, and the one Alive completes the strong entry here for Mike Trombetta. This horse by Uncle Mo's, one of the hottest sires around. They paid $170,000 for this guy at Keeneland. The dam made almost $260,000. Was a stakes winner, third in the Grade 3. Some nice identical works to Darmaster. Alex Centron aboard. I just hate the inside post for a first-time starter.
It's tough to overcome, no doubt about it. And Bellows is down in there. He's a little bit more of a closing type, it looks like. But Exit's a key race. Multiple winners out of that race. We saw Rockshaw, the winner, come back, was troubled, had a tough trip in the James F. Lewis last week. But Grilly and Ben came back around 74, and I think the fifth place finisher came back to whistle at the fairgrounds, running a mid-70 number, and was hammered down to 8-5. So Bellows has faced the right kind of horses.
The 5 Twin Valor's gotten better every start or last race. A good third here at Laurel Park. The Beyer numbers keep going up. A decent third to Ella Reeb, who's a freak from the Cal Lynch barn. Caramano stays aboard for Linda Albert here. We'll get a nice price here on the 5 Twin Valor. Who looks like he continues to improve.
And then we don't even mention Tim Ritchie's horse. Tim Ritchie kind of just sliding in here. We haven't seen this guy in a while, right? Yep. You know, just one race, but not a whole lot recently in Maryland. The mother 2 for 3 at 2. The foals, I think, are 0 for, though. We got to see 0 for at the age of 2, I should say. But, you know, sneaky outfit, a barn we haven't seen. Comes in first Lasix, gets Carrasco. This could be a good one. We might see a really nice horse produce, exit this race and move on.
Yeah, the Ritchie horse with a sharp bullet work from the gate, 5/8 up there, Delaware, late October. So a nice maiden special weight race there, and race 7 to kick off the late pick 4. Race 8, we get back out to the turf, 5.5 furlongs here on the bowl game turf course with the rail at 17 feet. This is a wide open, claiming 25,000. We have a video here on the 6 Indian Bucks, a 3-time winner on the turf here at Laurel Park.
Yeah, we're going to go back, it looks like, I believe, to August the 13th. And this is a day, Indian Bucks, he's shown some speed, he hasn't shown some speed. He's shown speed recently. You see him down on the inside, gets under a hardy drive, gets collared, but boy, he just digs right on back in against a decent field of starter, 7,500 Oaks Bluffs. We see comes back to win. Toledo all over him. Toledo knows this horse. He's game. He's got a little bit of a freshening. Caught last time, internal fractions 22-1, 44-2. Just melted him a little bit. He just couldn't get through the last 16th of a mile last time out. Catches a field that really doesn't have an abundance of speed. He's tactical enough. He's game enough. I like the freshening. I think Indian Bucks is a factor a long way in here. Also going to use the 11 Bluegrass Ball. A nice run over the Laurel Turf course last time for trainer Bernie Houghton. And gets verbal lecture.
I love a horse like Indian Bucks, honest, consistent, always right there. I have him in my top 3. The one Frisky Magician appears to be in good form right now for Mike Trombetta. Victor Carrasco aboard. Carrasco was aboard last time. And yes, this is a tougher race. An open 25 is a lot tougher than that non-winners of 335. But it was a strong win that day. 77 Beyer, nice allowance win at Pimlico back in June. I think Carrasco can get a nice outside trouble-free trip here on a horse that's in good form for a barn that's going well.
Yeah, he got back to doing what he does best, and that's sprinting on the turf last time out. It came through with a win by a length and a quarter over Bushrod, a horse that kind of got bet down, was out of a decent race for trainer McLean Robertson. This horse might take the first run at Indian Bucks. He's going to be forwarding here, because I was just trying to imagine. I always want to see how the races are going to develop, and kept looking. Indian Bucks looks like he is the speed of the speed, but I don't think Frisky Magician is going to be too far back. I'm hoping Bluegrass Ball can kind of get over from that outside post and get a little bit closer and not be hung 4 or 5 wide into that turn.
Now I'll throw the 9 L77 into the mix. 6-1 Julian Pimentel aboard for Mac Robertson. Hopefully this horse is 0 for 5 this year. He's an old class horse. He's made over $300,000 in the race. 2 back in July at Gulfstream against Allowance Company down there. A decent third down there. Then had some time away. The last race here at Laurel, a lot tougher race. That was a 3 other than Allowance race won by Triple Burner. Right. Now second race back off a brief freshening. 24% the barn is with that move. I'll throw the 9 in there at 6-1.
Yeah, hard to leave out McLean Robinson. We've talked about that time and time again. What do you do with Oklahoma Crew, the 10 horse? 95-1 last time. Got through on the rail. Just missed. Gets beat 3/4 of the length with third in a good, salty 3 other than. Grand DeFlora came out of that race to beat Flash Phelps. So a decent race nonetheless. Claim for 8, run for 10, and go to the 3 other than. Now we're back in for 20. What do you make of the move?
I don't know. Career best 84 buyer at the age of 6, second off a claim for a new barn. I don't know. I'm going to wait and see. So see if Oklahoma
Your friend's
can,
lurking, stand underneath, so I just want to give you a heads up.
See if Oklahoma can do it again. But I'll go with the 1 there, Frisky Magician on top. Race 9, a nice allowance feature to kick off the late daily double here. We're on the Exceller turf course, 5.5 furlongs with the rail at 70 feet. Nice first level allowance for filly mares 3 and up. We have a video here on the 3 Poochie, who wins anywhere she goes.
Yeah, Doug Dunn, they've come in here in recent years and done okay, and Poochie is just in super sharp form, this 5-year-old. And you look at the trip last time that Garcia got this horse and just relaxed kindly, a real professional kind of win. Sat inside, real chilly, not panic at all, not fighting any kind of restraint. She finds a seam, gets to the outside, and just kind of just cruises, levels off nicely the last 1/8 of a mile stand. And Poochie kicks away under pressure there. But then the last 16th of a mile, just, he puts the whip away, I believe, here late, and just wins with something, I think, in reserve. She's like, okay, ears pricked up, so let's do this again. This is fun. I think this barn flies under the radar a little bit in here. I think you're still going to get a square price. I wish Mona Vista Crossing would have stayed in here, one of the other speed types. She doesn't, but this filly's, she's speed enough, she's tactical enough. I think you'll still hold 4 or 5-1 on her. She loves the win. I mean, Poochie. Let's go.
Yeah, her last 3 wins, Monmouth in July, Meadowlands in October, Laurel here in October. So she carries the racetrack wherever she goes. Ricardo Choppy, a good rider. I respect her. I use her second. I'm going to go with a 15-1 shot on top here. The 10 Holiday Blues, 3-year-old daughter by Ghost Sapper for trainer Robin Graham. This filly's gotten in very good form since switching to Robin Graham's barn. A good win and a good second against Maiden Special Weight and Start Allowance Company. That was all on the dirt. The turf races this past summer, I don't think were too bad. The turf debut against Maiden 40, a good closing third that day. Got in some trouble that day. The place horse came back to win. The next start, had a little problem there at the gate. This horse's dam made over $400,000. Won a little stake race up at Fort Erie, going 5/8 on the turf with an 85 buyer. She's a half sister to Wine Police, who's made over $500,000. So a very nice family here. So there's some turf pedigree there. She's in good form right now for the new barn. Caramanos aboard. I'll go with the price on top here.
Yeah, that could be a sneaky little long shot price. May come down a little bit off the 15-1. The 11 Lady Allegra, a good effort last time after somewhat suspect try 2 back. Now the blinkers go on. Maybe the outfit says we just need to kind of get her a little more focused. I'm worried she's going to be a little bit closer to the pace. Will hurt her finish? I'm not sure. So I think she's going to be a factor though the whole way. Fly Girl, once again, I was hoping Mona Vista Crossing comes in. She's just kind of a little sluggish early. Takes her a while to get going. I think there's going to be enough flow. I think she can. The way this turf course has kind of changed a little bit over the last 3 or 4 days, I think this horse can make a late run. Maybe not enough to get up to win it, but certainly underneath.
All right, nice allowance feature there to kick off the late daily double. We saved about 90 seconds here for the finale. Race 10, a maiden 10 claimer, 3 and up, 6 furlongs on the main track, and the 8 Irish Handcuffs in very good form right now. Katie Davis with a nice win yesterday. She's been winning some races around here at Laurel Park. Steve Casey, the trainer for this 3-year-old, 2 fast closing seconds last time, just got beaten both starts. I think the 8 Irish Handcuffs sitting on a win here.
We're getting close to closing time, and our buddies are back there. They're going at it, man. It's a rough and tumble kind of fight going on. Let's take a shot to blow up the tote with the 9, a Haviland, man, in the nightcap. There's so many of these horses. Patriot Saints 0 for 22, Jacoby J 0 for 21. A lot of these horses have had their chances. I think Irish Handcuffs might be the one to beat. Has been really good, consistent rallies the last 2. Has had some decent setups in those races. But a Haviland, man, a drop here off of that $35,000 debut on the dirt. Didn't get bet much. ran a little bit better with the blinkers and Lasix on the turf last time. Is half to a 4-time sprint, dirt sprint winner. First blinkers and Lasix on the dirt, take a shot.
I like it. I
And
have,
that Eubanks,
I have a 15-to-1 shot on top in race 9. You have a 15-to-1 shot on top in race 10. Maybe you use them both with the other logical horses. Might have a nice late daily double. The 2 Get Rid Of ran very well in debut at this level with Steve Hamilton aboard. The last race was an amateur race, so this just figure this. The horse will be dead fit here. Gets back to this level, this distance with Hamilton aboard for Vukovic. I like the 2 here at 6-to-1. But kind of a wide open maiden 10. I think you're doing the right thing, putting a price on top.
You got to take a shot in this race. We'll go for something big. Let's see if the Heavenly Man can go ahead and hit and pay about $46.
All right, I like it. I like it. All right, Dave Rodman, he's going to come up next with all of today's scratches and changes. First race post time at 12:30. That starts the early pick 5. We'll see you this afternoon. Good luck.
Good luck.
January 28th at Gulfstream Park, an icon takes flight. The world's richest thoroughbred horse race. 12 of the sport's finest horses. One race. $12 million on the line. Watch, wager, witness. Go to PegasusWorldCup.com for more.